só chegar a esta casa.
That said, no, that's not actually why I'm here.
He looks pale.
I know you're not feeling well, but if you're up to it, would you mind joining me for supper? I feel a trap coming on.
Yeah. I feel like maybe, not Pauline, question mark? Might have told, Yukimasa about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't she?
I don't know why you would make such a big deal about asking me to.
He's the one asking. I think he's getting suspicious.
I see. I apologize for not handling my encounter with him better.
Don't be. If he were sure I was playing him, I wouldn't be here. So don't blame yourself. Though, I would still appreciate it if you came.
Absolutely. Turning him down would only give him more reason to be suspicious.
True enough. I'll do my best not to let anything slip. You try and do the same, all right? You mean Michelle, Mr. Foot and Mouth disease?
Of course.
Well, let's get going then.
Could the nun have told him what I said to her?
Whatever this is about, we don't want to keep him waiting. Be on your guard.
I will. Oh boy, this is gonna be delightful.
I already have sweat dripping down my face thinking about Yukimasa. Here he is. I see that. I've been waiting. I saved you a couple seats, so go on. Sit down. Oh, a CG even. Okay, uncomfortable.
Huh. Oh god, just look. Oh god,
Stare.
he's so scary.
Stare. He's got his hand on his sword. Do you see that?
Oh gosh, you're right. He's just
At
gonna
all
use it to
times.
cut his bread, don't worry.
Yeah, sure. This is the best dinner party ever. Lots of dialogue.
This is unbearable.
What's the matter, Mel? You've hardly touched your food.
Ooh, I think this is a new track. Maybe?
Lost your appetite? I've never been a very big eater. No? Then why don't you give the rest to your friend here? It's a bit bland, but it's passable. Wouldn't you say?
This pressure is nothing if not overwhelming.
How does he expect anyone to eat with the air so tense?
And Mel refuses to even look at him.
Considering he's the reason Mel's involved in this at all? I can understand not wanting to make eye contact.
Or even be in the same room.
Are you not going to eat either? Don't worry, there's no poison in it.
The thought never even crossed my mind. Why would I think I would be concerned about my meal being... Why would you think I would be concerned about my meal being poisoned?
It was only a joke. You can tell jokes, Yukimasa? Mr. Hand on Sword?
I don't see the Lord anywhere.
He's gone back to his manor.
I thought you were his bodyguard.
He's a lord. He has more than one guard. Why did you invite us to supper? Is there any reason I shouldn't have? There are plenty. Such as? Like...
I imagine anyone would feel a bit overwhelmed dining with the Lord's personal bodyguard.
Like that!
In fact, I'm surprised you two knew each other at all, let alone were on good enough terms to share supper together.
You haven't told this man anything, have you, Mel? Nothing. All I told him was that you were the Lord's bodyguard. I see. You want to know the kind of terms we're on? We're accomplices. Such a shame this was how your reunion had to turn out. You finally get to see him again, only to learn he's a criminal. Wait! What are you?
What crimes might you be referring to?
Take a guess. What sort of atrocities do you think we're committing? Loaded question. What is he doing? Why would he tell you that?
He wants to gauge my reaction, I assume. I have to choose my words carefully. I can't say too much, but I won't get anywhere saying nothing either.
Oh, I think you're gonna actually get to choose something.
I don't like it. Maybe we should save.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure if Yukimasa's around, that means a death ending is around. How should I handle this? I have no idea.
Oh my god. All I'm asking you to do is guess. Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
You're putting me on the spot, telling me my friend is a criminal, and asking me to guess his crime. Do you honestly think you would get any sort of answer out of me?
You make a fair point. Then allow me to change the question. If you found out a friend of yours was a criminal, would you still be able to be their friend? That question make you uncomfortable too. Consider it a sort of sideshow to liven up your meal.
Depends on the crime.
Is it Phoenix Wright murder? Or is it petty theft? Or is it
perjury?
Horrible atrocities against man? Don't take it too seriously. Show me the cookie.
It would depend on if they feel guilty about what they've done, and if they have any intention of making penance for their crimes. And Mel, well, he's someone who would be ashamed of any wrongdoing he might or might not have participated in.
I see.
What about you? If you had done something you knew to be wrong, would you be ashamed? Would you make penance?
Maybe. Maybe not. You have one hell of a friend here, Mel. Michelle, that was your name, wasn't it? Do you have any other friends?
I don't have many, no.
Any in this land?
That's a very worrisome question.
Mm-hmm.
No. Why do you ask?
I don't have any friends here. Yukimasa, do you want to be best friends?
No, we can make friendship bracelets.
Oh god. Are they made out of finger bones? Ugh. I just got chills from that question. I don't have any friends here either. Or maybe I never had any at all. Well, that's a loaded question. Or statement. Maybe he wants to be your friend, Michelle?
Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, I guess not. Any family?
I left home some time ago.
Are they too far to visit regularly?
Why do you want to know?
I'm in a similar situation myself. I thought it might be nice to find some common ground. Does Yuki Masa think that, like, Michelle is some rando assassin or something? That would be really funny, actually.
I think Yukimasa is just genuinely kind of I don't know if this would be the correct
Picking
term,
Michelle's
but
brain.
kind of a sociopath. He has a lot of difficulty being able to understand people, so he actually, yes, does pick them apart. Maybe as a way to try and understand himself as well and how he
Hmm.
relates to people, since
Hmm.
he has that inability to empathize, or seeming inability to empathize.
Mm-hmm.
I find it difficult to take him at his word.
So you made the long journey all the way out here so you could see him.
That I did.
This is just a small detour in his travels. That's what you told me, isn't it?
That's right.
How very gracious of you to go so far out of your way for him. Oh, and Mel. I have a question for you as well. What kind of question? Think of it like a little game. You're standing on the edge of a cliff. On the left is your sister, and on your right, him. They're both about to fall. You can only save one of them. Whose hand do you grab? Surely this isn't the first time you've heard the scenario proposed. It's not real, it's just hypothetical.
For now.
Don't take it too seriously. Come on, it's just a game. You know that, right? Mel's disassociating. I...
You don't need to answer. As he said, I am only here to see him. When I heard that there was going to be a festival, I requested permission to remain until then. If that displeases you for any reason, I apologize. But hypothetical or not, a question like that makes it uncomfortable for everyone involved. Or are you trying to make him feel cornered?
Not at all. It was merely a question. I never meant to make him feel so uncomfortable.
See, because Yukimasa is so weird that I can actually believe this.
Yeah, it seems like he's actually, like, literally thinking that was a game, because it's probably a game he plays with himself. Who would you save? Would you do anything at all if someone was in trouble? Kind of questions.
Yeah.
My apologies. Wow, he apologized. That's weird. Now, I suppose I should take my leave. As it seems my presence makes it hard to enjoy the food. Relax. I'm not staying here tonight. I won't get in the way of your reunion anymore. You said you would be here until the Harvest Festival? They're supposed to be putting on quite the impressive event. look forward to it.
May I ask you one thing before you go? What do you think of the nun? Are you very close to her?
I am not close to anyone.
Mm.
Mel was like, I peed my pants. So, yeah. Thank you. I was hoping to handle it better than that. But I just can't seem to keep it together around him. I'm really sorry.
I can hardly blame you.
Thanks. There's something really unsettling about him.
I can't say I disagree.
What was the deal with that question anyway?
The cliff one.
Yeah.
I think it's best if you don't linger on it.
Any way you look at it, he had to be... Never mind. Anyway, keep your eye out. You probably want to be extra careful tonight. After all that, I'm scared he might be up to something. There's no saying that where he actually went. I'm with Mel. I have a bad feeling about what he might do.
After a conversation like that, you'd be crazy not to be on alert. That would be wise, yes. I plan to head straight back to my room.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Do you really think we'll be able to get his key? I still can't bring myself to believe there's anything between him and the Saintess. And the Lord's pretty much always inaccessible.
Does the Lord say anything when you're all together?
Such as?
Anything at all. Something to give me an idea what kind of person he is.
Sorry, I've got nothing. I usually keep my mouth shut when I'm with them, and they hardly talk to each other either.
I see.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure that you've already heard this, but the Lord's an incredibly suspicious man. I'm not sure he's capable of trusting anyone at all. So it's not really a situation where I can go up and ask him about his personal life. After several failed assassination attempts, among other things, he's just grown to be suspicious of everyone around him. If someone's walking up to him and he even thinks they might try something, that's all it takes for him to have them beheaded.
Jeez.
As a person, his reputation is awful, but he has done a ton to improve the city's economy. So the merchants and the artisans think he's alright.
And out of curiosity, what is the Lord's name?
Huh? Oh, you don't know that either. His name is Jean-Francois Barnier.
What the fuck? What?
Gogo?
Uh,
Makopo is also one I didn't really see much of, so you're gonna have to fill me in if there's something discrepancy.
yeah, this is another. I don't know. I don't know if what Giselle and Michelle were saying earlier about maybe we shouldn't assume everyone has the same names is true, but his name should be Hakopo then. I don't know. It's possible Hakopo isn't the Lord then? I know that I think in the last stream, Kanatsu and I discussed the possibility that maybe the Lord was Hakobo's father, but
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm. Well, this is confusing.
what?
That name doesn't fit him at all.
Not one bit. He does not look like a Jean-Francois.
Could that mean he's not the Lord then? Does it fit more like to have how did he name that cat again? Is Hakobo more of a
Ugly
ugly cat?
Speckles Mark in the fourth.
That's what I was thinking of. Like it's like Michelle, you're really bad at naming things. So what do you think he looks like?
No, the Lord is the only other person who did enough to earn Morgana's wrath and be on the receiving end of her reconstruction wish. It has to be him. But between this and the nun being named Marie, things are starting to get a bit muddled.
Hold on a second. I think I've heard the name Bonnier somewhere before.
Wait, there was a diary in the library when I lived in the mansion, as I recall. Written by someone named Bonnier. Actually, now that I think about it, the same diary also showed up in Mel's next life. In it, he was complaining about not having gotten the larger of the family estates.
And a bad harvest, I think. That was one of the books your family sent you, right?
Actually, that was the one book they didn't. It was already in the library when I arrived.
You think he could have written it?
And here I thought it was just the scribblings of a disgruntled noble. If the book really is that old, I'm amazed it was in such good condition for so long.
I mean, it lived in a magic manner of evil, so...
We can't be more than 100 years behind our own time, so it's not inconceivable it would still be in good shape then. But Mel came back many hundreds of years after that. It's almost like it was frozen in time.
You know, I think time actually may have been stopped during the times the mansion wasn't present in the living world. I kept it clean, yes. But one person going around dusting wouldn't be enough to keep it from falling into disrepair over hundreds of years.
Just what on earth is that mansion? Is it also a part of Morgana's miracle?
Well, what's the matter? You've been standing there staring off into space.
Oh, sorry, I got lost in thought.
You seem to do that a lot, just go off into your own little world. I swear, you've got to be more absent-minded than me. That's not important, though, I guess. Anyway, so I've been trying to think of ways I can help, but sorry, I haven't been able to come up with anything.
It's fine. I'm simply glad to have you on my side.
Sure. Well, I should get back to my room. If you have any good ideas, let me know. So, I just had a thought that maybe Mel and Nellie aren't their actual names. That maybe they're diminutive nicknames that they just kept
Could be.
because, like, they were disowned. So,
Yeah, I don't even know anymore.
at
what's
this
going
point, it's
on.
like, man.
But we have come to the end of the stream. We will leave things off here. Thank you to everyone who came, old and new faces. We will continue with the house in Fata Morgana on Thursday at 9 p.m. EST.
Hopefully with more Konetsu,
Yeah, hopefully with more Connectu.
because she's gonna be screaming.
I'm gonna like tell her right now, we might have found Maria question mark, but I will not
In a confusing way.
yes, I will not explain to her what that means.
I think she's gonna be upset, just a teensy bit.
Just a teensy bit. Well then, have a good night or day, everyone. Take care.
Bye bye.
Time passes fast. My kindergarten graduation album is filled with pictures of other kids running around and a macro photograph of myself in some kind of medieval clothing from the photo shoot. It's my favorite one, but I'll never admit that. I can barely contain my excitement for the first day of school. Vincent goes to a different one, but it doesn't matter. I didn't like him much anyway. Elementary school is boring. I solve all the problems in my math workbook in one evening, and as a consequence, end up dying of boredom at actual lessons. Shouldn't there be a faster way to do this? As the school days pass, I get so excited about my intellectual abilities that I point out others' mistakes every time I notice them.